Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Guys, Arkansas moved on from the well-liked and highly thought-of Sam Pittman, but they have brought in a new young coach that people are really getting behind. Ryan Silverfield has a great resume, and fans are excited. Most importantly, though, Arkansas has gotten behind him in the NIL space. They have brought in a better roster and a lot of talent. Can't wait to see if Arkansas is able to turn this around. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Razorbacks will kick off first, and here we go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. The Bulldogs offense will have the football first. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Makes the grab on the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Hauls it in. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week. Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Running inside, it's Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Working that left side now. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag, you get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short, and you've got to think up.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
The run inside. It's Smith. Picks up the first down. There's some room. Touchdown Razorbacks. He got a step and just dusted the field. And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the
Woo pig going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited, and you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board. They are going nuts.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bulldogs offense is on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Georgia going up tempo. They'll give to Frazier. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on first down from the 30.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not.
Breaks into the open. He's at the top. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And he makes the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper came on that 62-yard run to the house. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's take a look at the numbers for these two guys so far. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Handoff for Frazier. Past the 40. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Humphreys.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
4th down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
Off play action on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Here's a heat. Took a shot as he threw. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. And you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They're working that left side. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. Converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. On 4th down, looking to pass. Finds his man. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. It's complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
The Razorbacks take their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
They've been aggressive on 4th down. They've already converted twice, and they'll try it again. Trying to keep the drive alive. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll run with Nate Frazier. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Dogs! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So the 16-play drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Send the tight end in motion. Jackson will throw. Taken in by Smith on the right side. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. So now it's 2nd and long. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Dances away to buy time. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. whips it out in the flat. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll start this drive going to the air. He slings it deep to the left. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time. But how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Jackson gonna throw it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Punts it out of the air. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man down the middle. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He spins that thing down the middle. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the book. 10 time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And it's the Hurricanes getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings. And now over to your game in Fayetteville. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Razorback Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Well, guys, the Hogs head coach told me coming out of the locker room at the half, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Jackson will throw, extending the play. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. And the Razorbacks will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He gets it blocked. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw it again. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it up.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Wants to throw it. Got his man. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in. And the Dogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Frazier. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he puts through the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. The give is to Smith. Got room at the 35. There he goes. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Might as well give it to him again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. At the end of the play, there's a Georgia Bulldog who has yet to get up. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Tight end now in motion. On 4th down, going to the air. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. It's complete to the left. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Dogs come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Just a short pass to the tight end.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. Finding some room. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Headed into the final period, both of these backs have been strong so far and looking to be able to finish. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes a catch. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Bulldogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. On target. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Stop! Nothing! Denied right in his tracks, and it's 4th down for this defense. Dropping back, it's Stockton. They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the fourth down stop.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. Feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. But
oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain. The Razorbacks want to move quickly.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Line getting set on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
this offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
A little release to the back. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. To the air on first down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Running inside. It's Phillips. Bounced off his feet.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Wants to throw, it's Stockton. Finds his man. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Wanting to move the chains, here comes Georgia on fourth down. They'll go with a direct snap. Maybe a crease. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Georgia heads to the line with a first and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
And I like the alertness by this defense. First and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
I know a lot of people don't like to prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Already find a hole in that secondary. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Jackson gonna throw it. He's got him in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big...
Snags it, and there's running room. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. He's looking to pass. Complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Right back to the well. He works his way past the first down marker, and that will put this one away. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The run inside. It's Phillips. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Maybe some room here. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun. And he's in! Touchdown, Georgia! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Jackson will throw. Bringing the heat. He gets away. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
He's taking a deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And here we go, final play of the game right here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He'll try to take it back. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.